Welcome back, YouTubers, to my station, my channel, my ZO205IQ. As you can see, I've been busy. And, you know, I've been playing this game called Rimworld. And this is just going to be a short little look into one of the little bases that I made. Now, this game has some very interesting automation controls aspects. You can sit there and basically practice setting up entire plants. It has, I'm sure Factoria has some other cool stuff, but this is the one we're going to be dealing with today, or looking at today. For example, this is my growing area. I can grow various plants with these automated sowers and harvesters. So they go out here in a track, and then that's the sower, and we can just turn that on in a minute. That's the harvester. And it just goes down, and with a click of a button, it starts planting your plants for you. Or in this case right here, it's actually harvesting them. But let's look around at this particular facility that I built. These are freezers here where I store the food. And you can see we got battery packs here, we got a main area here, we got a nice kitchen. I like my kitchen. And everything here is, you know, this is all corporate funded, so, you know, you get to build the nice stuff as opposed to, you know, scratching out a living with a stick and a piece of wood. And a knife. Oh yeah, you probably get a knife. This one's a little bit more upscale, as you can tell. I've got some nice area here. We got some oh, it's a little loud. Turn that down a bit. Okay, we got a nice area here where you got a telescope and some flower pots and things like that. I mean, it's a nice base. This is my rich person's room. We got everything pretty much made out of, it's all gilded, you know, he's got his own little bed here. And this is my plant freezer, you know, we got some plants in here, various herbal remedies. And what I like doing is designing these. Here's a really great facility here. This one's more cut and dry. This is called Devil Strand. I don't know why they called it that, but they did. And it's actually interesting, the aspect of grabbing a fibrous compound from a mushroom. I think that's pretty cool. And this is, of course, on Rimworld. We're on a different planet, and this is, you know, I kind of made these fancy, but at the same time, if you want kind of a glimpse into what I think would be cool when it comes to a base, this is it. You know, I just wanted to share it with you. I know you all have been waiting for new content, and it's been a while since I've been able to come out here and make anything. Well, I've had some interesting run-ins with some scoundrels in my travels, and I think that it's worth noting that, you know, there's some dangers out there, especially for people who are intelligent and people who like to take care of, you know, that are problem solvers. But let's just go ahead and take this off of play mode so we can look at it. So this is a typical freezer. You can see this one's got a Helixian gas backup. I got these gas coolers, and I got regular electrical coolers. This is what I wanted to look at. You know, in this game right here, just kind of pointed out, this is an all solar base. There's no nuclear. There's no wind. This is all these giant solar arrays. These look like tracking arrays. It says their output goes up to 3,000 watts, which is, I mean, that would take 100 panels. So these are extremely advanced. Must be 10 to 1. That would be next generation fog or thick solar cells, which they haven't produced yet. I designed a few, and I like the look forward into the future of what you could do. Now these are all enclosed, these growing areas here. These are all enclosed, and it makes it so, you know, like the outside, outdoors, it's 1 degree. You can see that right over here, 1 degree. But inside here, it's 21 degrees because I've got these rows of sun lamps. And this isn't very efficient with this wall here, but I had to section off my growing areas because, you know, if one of these doors breaks and it's negative 40 degrees outside, the cold just sweeps over my entire crops and kills everything. So that's it's terrible when that happens, of course. You can see I got a variety of different foods here. I got my launchers to make friends with, and I just use these transport parts primarily to send goods and supplies to local factions so I can make friends with them so they don't attack me. I started this colony by giving them packaged survival meals. I give them 1,000 packaged survival meals, and I give them basic marine armor with marine boots and marine gloves, and a hat and a helmet that keeps them safe. There's a variety of dead animals there. That's you know, things that wander in the map that are dangerous or tasty. I send my guys out to whack them. All right, so Here's a little hospital I've got up here. Of course, I got batteries in here too. In the beginning, I was just throwing batteries everywhere I could. But you know, now I've got dedicated battery rooms. This one's really cool though. Check this out. All right, so one of the things in this game that really screws you up is, okay, let's say you have a zit. It's like where you can see the power system. That's actually probably the most interesting thing. You can see the power system that I created here, and you have to draw all this stuff out. You have to make it all. But what happens is, you know, if you have a zit, that's a short circuit in the system. I guess it must be like a DC system, and these are like some type of capacitor instead of batteries. They're more like capacitors, because if you get a short in the system, it drains every battery that's connected. So what I did was I created this secondary solar panel array and massive battery bank, and this is my my backup. And you see these switches here? I got 5 switches leading back into the system, right there, right there, right there, right there, and that when they do short circuit my batteries up here, while they're busy repairing that, you know, instead of losing all your crops, you switch over to the secondary battery bank. Now I have another one in another base that I've made, and it's got 5 overlapping nuke plants, which is really cool. That one's really neat. I'll show you that one. But today we're just gonna look at this one. But yeah, this is you know, landing here, and you can see this was my landing point here. That's where all the, you just kind of drop a zone, and that's where all your stuff is. But this is a really cool game. It lets you just take care of these people and design the base, and you got to do power, and you got to feed them, and you know, like this one right here is really cool because I can like sit here and just regrow all these plants, and I've got my animal area here, and so they sleep here, and they just eat out this food, and I just, you know, it's really easy when it comes to taking care of them, managing them. I've got these super rooms made up basically to keep everybody happy. It's interesting, you know, if I was a multi-conglomerate huge company and I wanted to hide a bunch of gold, why not use it as tiles, floor tiles, just big bricks of floor tiles, you know? They're not going anywhere, right? Anyways, so these are my these are the power. You can see it's pretty straightforward. I got vents, doors, and everything's plasteel. And these are the advanced generators. I use, oh sorry, I got geothermal and solar, but no nuclear and no wind. And so, well, anyways, this is you know, we can go ahead and turn this on and let you see all the little things moving around. These are little hauling robots, very necessary, and that's, you know, when you see what Amazon does, these are very similar to the Amazon bots, but they're a lot smarter. They're actually mechanoids, so they've got AI. And these ones in particular haul a bunch of stuff. Like, for example, I can go ahead and harvest one of these. Let's go ahead and, this is my harvester. Yeah, let's turn the harvester back on. Boink. And you'll see as the harvester goes, it's harvesting the fiber mushroom called devil strand. You see it right there, devil strand, and producing this wonderful fabric that comes out. And then of course the haulers will come by and doop, doop, doop. Look at that, they roll it into a textile and they carry it off to storage. So this is a really fun game. It's a very brainy game. It has a relatively steep learning curve, but after you get it, you know, in your head on how things work, it really helps you think, like, really management wise, like how to manage like a base and people. I've got other ones on here that I've got, you know, 20-30 people that I'm managing, and they're not as sprawling really or as well designed, I don't think, as this one, but it's definitely a management game. I think if you're a manager and you're watching this video, you should probably play Rimworld. You just start playing it, give it a little bit of time, and you're gonna start making some really cool stuff. And like I said, it's really nice because it helps you design and manage, like, not only people and animals and electricity, and I mean, you get all these things, security, and then of course, you know, there's the combat factor. But you know, I don't really go for the combat factor on this thing. It's a lot better to just, you know, learn how to design and manage. I think it's the best part. I love the power system thing that I can sit here and just play with the power system. Look at these options. You know, you got all different gas-powered generators, lightning rods, nuclear reactors, wood-fired, and all these different types of generators, wind turbines. I did a few bases that were all wind turbines. Those are pretty cool. But oh, and I did a couple that were a water mill too. Water mills are neat. They're really cool. Anyway, so this is my fishing colony. This is called the Fishing Guild. And you see each one of these water zones you can set up to tell them what to catch. Like in this case, I can say, hey, catch some large fish there. So they're going to spend more time fishing and probably different bait, and they catch the large fish. Landing zones. Nice little designs. I mean, honestly, you know, if I were to design like this is a great example of what I see in my mind is like a great design. I love all the jade and the green and the tile and just all this stuff. Anyways, I got a call. I gotta go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.